again, welcome from Gillette, Wyoming. For those of you who have been following along with the recent videos, you've probably seen some clips or mentions of the city park that I hang out at a lot. And so I thought I'd give you a quick tour today of the park where I hang out pretty much at least part of every day. There's some exceptions, but pretty much at least part of every day I hang out here at this particular park. It has a real name that I always forget, but it's commonly called by the locals the Fishing Lake Park, because there's a lake that they stock with fish, so people like to fish here, as well as other activities like you typically do at parks, like hang out for picnics or go for a walk, or the kids play on the playgrounds and what have you. Why hang out at a park? Well, when you're a nomad, when you're boondocking, of course, you don't have to worry about this. And I much prefer boondocking, but right now I'm spending a little bit of time in town to be close to the kids and grandkids. And as soon as the weather improves a little, I'll be taking some excursions out into the wilderness, where I prefer to be anyways. But while you're hanging out in town, there's only just so many places you can hang out that are free and that you can just hang out for the day. Most other places you're gonna find in a city, you either can't hang out or you can only hang out as long as you're spending money. So for me, the park provides a halfway decent place to hang out for the day, or part of a day, whatever I need, and to just do some reading or get some exercise or do some work in the van. Another reason I like this particular park is there's a fair bit of green here. It's not nature like boondocking out in the wilderness is, but for being in the city, at least there's grass and trees and water and some vegetation, and there's also a little bit of wildlife. There's a fair number of geese and other birds here, like doves and red-winged blackbirds and some robins, and so there's at least a little bit of nature here, which beats sitting in the Walmart parking lot, for instance. It also has a nice 1.1 mile multi-use trail that loops around the lake, and that's great for taking a walk or getting a bike ride in. So this is where I hang out a lot, and basically I sleep wherever I'm sleeping. Sometimes I crash at one of my kids' house. Sometimes I'm just stealth parking somewhere in town. But when I get up in the morning, I either go to the library if I need to use the internet, or I head over to the park to work. One of the two. Of course, I can do internet on my cell phone. Use a hotspot, which I do when I'm boondocking, but since I'm going to be spending some time in the city this summer, I cut back my phone plan to save a little money. So when I have to do any uploads or downloads or big things like that, I go to the public library. They have fairly decent internet. It's not quite as fast as my 4G data connection, but it works, and it's free. So and I can use the electricity there, plug in the laptop as well. So I take advantage of that the days I need internet, and the days I do not need to do any uploads or downloads or anything, I just hang out at the park. And but I do find, even in the library, I spend too much time outside nowadays, and so I get claustrophobic real quick being inside a building. It's it's too hot. They got the heat too hot. It's closed in. I can't see outside. So I don't last long anyways. When I go to the library, I do what I have to do and then get out of there, and generally go from work at the park. So this is where I spend a fair bit of time most days. And so I got some video clips here I've collected today as I was walking around, and so I'll show you some of the clips of the park where I hang out, and hope you enjoy that little tour and have a better idea for where I'm spending some of my time while I'm waiting for the snow to melt in the mountains so I can get out of here a little more frequently. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy these clips, and we'll see you in the next video. course, what the grandkids like about this park is that there are several playgrounds for them.